Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, where today I am very likely to finish all of the village quests. Because, I mean, at present, there are only 4 available to me, and I can't imagine there being that many more to unlock after these. Considering these were all the final quests in other Monster Hunter games. So let's go for them in release order. Which means we're doing the Freedom Unite one first. Hey guard, I am doing well, and I hope you are too. Not gonna need cool drinks or hot drinks. Nor pickaxes or bug nets. And if I'm honest, I'm probably not going to use tranks or barrel bombs. Which gives us space to work with. We've got Rathalos, Tigrex, Narga, and Rajang in here. Which means that I probably won't really need more flashes. So I can probably actually put those combo books away. A couple Sonics, just in case we get a chance to use them on Narga. Actually, you know what? We're taking those combo books back. And I am going to grab some trap tools. And some nets. There we go. This quest, the quest giver is Red-Robed Man's Knight. Isn't the Red-Robed Man, like, the guy who gives us the Crimson Fatalis quests? Is he gonna do a back hop? No. Well, guard, I'm glad you get to relax after a hectic day. I know personally how good that can feel. Guard, I don't think luck's gonna come into it. This is all about execution, and none of the monsters in this quest are that difficult to deal with. I mean, if they put the Tigrex and Narga at the same time, then it'll certainly increase the difficulty, because fences are for cowards. But there is no monster in this set that I feel particularly threatened by. Been nice if I still had just that little bit of extra sword juice to actually go to the burst. Also would have been nice if I didn't have to get stuck morphing back over the course of like an hour there. This being a 4-monster quest, I can't imagine this Rathalos has that much health left. Yep. Yeah, GU does have a lot of things that you can get by doing arenas. I am going to have to do the arena quests at some point. That point is going to have to be on a different stream. Okay, and at this point nothing can poison me, so herbal meds can go. Got Demon Riot ready to go for the next monster to show up. Should be Tigrex. It's not entirely likely that Tigrex will end up eating that, but there it is. Dang it. He had gone far enough that I thought I was safe. Yeah, guard, it is about getting the A ranks. And if memory serves, there might be something for getting an A rank with every weapon on every standard arena quest. I sincerely hope that's not the case, because I don't want to bother with all that. I mean, I could just go for the checkmarks and call it good, but... eh. Wait, weren't there supposed to be hyper monsters in this quest? Alright, he is out of rage, which means this shock trap is well timed. Turned a little tighter this time than he did the last time. Also, when I was grabbing items before the quest, I only accounted for Rathalos when thinking of monsters to flash. Forgot my mantra. A flashed Tigrex is a behaved Tigrex. Because this one has not been behaving since I ran out of flashes. I wanted to Superman dive, but ran over the ledge before I pressed the B button. Hey, we got the Demon Riot out. Yeah, Guard, all challenge quests do is just exist as extra things to challenge yourself with and try and get on leaderboards or whatever. Challenge quests have basically never, well, I guess prior to World, basically never been actual sources of anything. They can also be, like, ways to get some of the higher tier arena coins without needing to do specific quests that you might not enjoy. It's just more options. Oh, I believe that was a net negative health-wise. It was certainly a net negative health-wise. Tigrex, can you please behave just a little better? I know you love to charge, but make some use of the rest of your moveset, please. I don't feel like I should have been hit there. I was behind his wing, like, the entire time. He's gotta be almost done. He's tired. First tinged meat is gone. Needed to put a second down. Of course he'd rather go for me than the meat. Look at that, buddy. There's free tinged meat. Yeah, that's right. You are a slow eater. Dude had to do 3 cycles of eating. Hey, Wolfkinson. And yes, indeed, the Tigrex did spend an awful long time eating his last meal before dying to one hit. So, Nargacuga is next. It's gonna be Hyper, right? No, it's not. Does this quest have no Hyper monsters? Could have sworn it had at least one Hyper monster. I thought all of these had Hyper monsters. I mean, I guess there's always the chance that it's Hyper Rajang. The fact that we got a flinch on that left wing arm means that it's probably not going to be long before we get the break on it. Let's get a lovely knockdown. Like I said, green Nargacugas dipped in ink. That's what G-rank Nargas are in this game. They're just green Nargacugas dipped in ink. Ink that interferes with their stunning toxins in the tail spikes. There goes the face. Thank you for giving me the long crouch. Wow, that knockdown is not nearly as long as I remember it being. This isn't a good idea. Never mind, it worked out. Okay, next comes the jump. After the jump is always the taunt. Should have dodged away, that would have gotten me free. Oh no. Okay, now we are in card avoidance mode. mode I didn't expect to be put into by Nargacuga. And now, there's the question of, can I get this energy charge in time? Not with that jump, I can't. Yeah. See, I was hoping that using a Sonic to enrage it would keep it in place when it enraged. I forgot that it jumps elsewhere to get mad. If it had stayed in place, then it would have been a fantastic idea that would have gotten me to keep Demon Riot. There it is. Need to remember that when it's doing the hop and pounce like that, I need to switch which direction I'm running between each hop, because each pounce is going to be alternating which arm goes forward and thus which direction the bounce is more dangerous in. Most of those ticks didn't hit, but the burst at the end got the face at least. Okay, there's the right arm flinch, which means if I keep at it, we can get that break. Thus, secure ourselves another nice little knockdown. Green Nargacuga dipped in ink. And there it is. Oh, no tail for me. Oh well. But we really capitalized on that knockdown, didn't we? So we have Rajang next. I'm not too happy about that, but it shouldn't be a huge issue. Why do I still have paintballs? This should have been the first thing I got rid of in my item set before coming here. I don't think I have enough to justify throwing them away. But I should have taken them out of the item set, because this is not a place where paintballs are useful. But since we've got a Rajang incoming, I'm going to use this here shock trap to get it mad. Then once it's mad, I'm going to use my pit traps, because that is the strat. Okay, I guess this quest just has no hyper monsters. Could have sworn it did. The others all did. Yes, you're very upset. Come here. One horn down. Okay, he's not going for me. That was quite the leap. Now, if... okay, that's not ideal that he's going into rampage mode, but it's not the worst. Apparently SP mode gives me speed setup. Because that was a really fast pit trap setup. Thankfully, rampage mode doesn't matter as much as it could. Because Switch Axe has very linear spammability. Admittedly, I got off-center for part of it, and thus did hit the arm a few times, but still, got a lot of value out of that pit. I'm gonna get a lot of value out of this one, too. And he's not in rampage mode now, so we get full value out of this one. Oh man, he left rage a little too late. If he leaves rage while he's actually in the pit, it extends the pit timer at least a little bit. So we didn't get the perfect pit, just a good one. And the second pit lasted nowhere near as long as the first, which is the sad reality of using multiples of the same type of trap. But hey, we had Demon Riot for both pit traps, which that alone helps us get a lot of damage in. And there is no way in hell I'm going to be able to time it right so that he is leaving rage as he gets into this pit. So we're just putting it down as soon as possible, hoping that we can get some last value out of this Demon Riot. Probably should have done a discharge. Took that last laser because Demon Riot ended. Probably shouldn't have done a discharge there, but I think I still managed to hit the tail with it. Wow, he went into rampage mode when he was almost done being mad. That was a really short rampage mode. Can't imagine that I'm too far away from getting a mount. I would very much like one. Take jump status knockdowns, and hey, we don't even need a mount. Made it through, no carts. That quest definitely had some tense moments. But the fact that we've still got almost 20 minutes on the clock and carted 0 times could have been worse. The monsters are a lot harder to deal with than they are in the Freedom Unite version of this quest, but mistakes aren't punished nearly as bad. Nice Narga mantle. See what Poke has to say.
I can't deny it. You've done pretty much the impossible in order to help our little village out. I've lived a long time and seen a lot of hunters, but I don't think there's ever been one like you before. Here, we all clubbed together to get you a little something to say thanks for all you've done.
What is Snowy Poke? I received Snowy Poke, but they don't tell me what it is. Okay, so the rest of these all have hyper monsters. And again, we're still going in release order, which means 3U comes after Freedom Unite. So for this one, I can use one of my sets with flashes as a base. I won't need sushi fish. Let's grab another pit trap. Those are nice to have. And I'm not going to be making a bajillion life powders or anything. I'm not even going to use life powders. Sure, I could use them to help my cats, but they need to learn to help themselves. There we go. Wolfkinson, it's not just that they respect or reference their respective games, it's that they're straight up quests from their respective games, like the one we just did is the final village quest for Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. The one we're doing now is the final village quest from 3U, just with hyper monsters instead of subspecies. And the one we'll be doing after that is the final village quest from 4U, just with hyper monsters instead of, I believe, Apex Rajan. Or not Rajan, Zinogre. That one. Other electric monster in quest. And I'm not going to need the deodorants or antidotes. I've got herbal med... Or, do I have herbal meds? I don't have herbal meds. I might need the antidotes. Wow, look at this weird ivory laggy right here. This must be an ivory laggy subspecies. Because it acts like an ivory laggy, has a lot of the same moves, but it's a different color. It's got these weird glowy bits around it. So this is clearly an ivory laggy subspecies. Oh, Wolfkinson, you owe it to yourself to do all the 3U village quests. It's got such fun things as, like, solo G-rank Alatrail. That was a remarkably slow Thunderball. I do not want to eat that Hyper Thunderbite. That will be pain for me with my, what, minus 23 Thunder Res? No, minus 21, I'm sorry. Yep, that hurt. That was with Defender proccing. Well. I'm gonna say that's probably just because of the negative Thunder Res. Also, I got very expertly cornered there. I was actually hoping to not get a mount there because he's not mad. Mount would be much better while he's mad. Then I would have a Challenger. Yeah, Hyper Laggy is one of those monsters that is a little tougher than most, especially for someone like me who has -21 Thunder Res. But it is just so different from basically any other monster. And Hyper actually significantly changes the timings of some of its most devastating moves. It makes it a very different fight. So, if he is still not mad after that Demon Riot, then my plan is to put down this here trap. Or I guess we can use that trap. Where is it? There it is. Actually, nah. Pitfall. Pitfall first. Jeez, that speed setup, though. I love SP mode giving speed setup. And we use the pit because that gets us access to this here back, which is currently a hyper part. Not that it matters that it's a hyper part, we already had energy charge charged. Ow. That happens to me so often when fighting laggies. Like, I'll be waiting on one side of a trap, doing something, thinking I'm safe, and then he slides at me. And because the face is such a disjointed hitbox from where he actually needs to contact the trap to get trapped, he'll poke me with his snoot before he gets trapped, and thus the trap is wasted. Ow. At least I get to keep this Demon Riot. It's actually much easier to keep Demon Riot against Hyper Monsters. It's quite nice. Ooh, that was close. Actually kind of amazed I managed to time getting in here properly. Alright, back's broken. got enough brakes that we managed to charge energy charge in there. It's just about to wonder aloud why they give us access to the button for the fence. And then remembered that in the 3U version of this quest, you fight a really strong Ivory Laggy by itself, and then you fight Bracky and Azure Rathalos together. We're probably fighting Bracky and Hyper Rathalos together. Which, oh boy, that will be an experience. Hey, tail is the only brake left on this guy, which means he probably isn't long for this. Ow! I was gonna say probably isn't long for this world, but... Actually, you know what? The Rathalos and Bracky time probably won't be as bad as I'm thinking. Specifically because I have a ton of flashes. Oh. Well, no tail for me, but I will take a kill if it means I don't have to get zapped again. Unfortunately, my Demon Ride's gonna die while this thing's gone. Goodbye, Demon Riot. Just getting as reloaded as I can. Might as well sharpen too. Yeah, the Hyper Bite from Hyper Laggy is very nasty. It's got a very, very large hitbox. It does track very well. And it does so much damage. Especially when you have minus 21 Thunder Res. Alright, we do indeed have them both together. Bracky is probably my primary target here because he's not hyper and thus will have less help. Gotta go for who you can get rid of. So it does feel bad to not be going for the monster who is currently downed. And I maintain that the fence is for cowards, especially considering this is a 3U quest and 3U had no fence. Dang it. Need to still keep my eyes on Rathalos even when he's blinded. Oh, we just had a full Bracky circuit. I love the Bracky circuit. Just the way Bracky can do his Bracky dash and manage to get, like, the exact angle that while he's trying to get close to you, he just never gets any closer and just goes in a big circle around you in the Bracky circuit. I love it. I don't have dung, do I? Yeah, this doesn't hurt so bad. If anything, that just helped me time out Bracky's rage. Did a ledge invulnerability just actually save me? Because you only get like a frame or two of invulnerability when climbing a ledge, but I'm pretty sure I should have been exploded. And more assistance just timing out Bracky's rage. And Bracky is no longer mad. What I would love to do is get a leg flinch on Bracky while he is not mad, because that actually gets us a knockdown. And I enjoy knockdowns on the monster that I am specifically trying to get rid of. Oh, that did nothing. I don't like being against walls. It does not help my survival rate. Whatever. I'm gonna stop flashing for now. But this seems a good opportunity. At least keeps Rathalos off my back for a couple seconds. And Bracky's mad again before I got another leg flinch. Nope. That right there was a wasted leg flinch. I would love a chance to use Demon Riot, but I don't think those are going to be easy to come by while we've got both of these fellas. Especially not while we've got them both enraged. I mean, sure, I could do it right now, but this is currently a great opportunity to just put some damage on rather than activate an art. Even if it's an art that adds to my damage over time. Okay, Bracky out of rage. Ow. I was so briefly hopeful that Rathalos' charge would just sail right past me there. Okay, we got a mount on Bracky. That's fine. Hey, Outlander. Took a little bit of a risk just going full send on that, but figured there was a decent chance I'd be able to get him down. And hey, no more Bracky. Didn't get the tail, but oh well. Here, bud. You can have that. Okay, that flash enabled me to get 2 carves unmolested. And then his AI routines enabled me to get the 3rd. Now to try and find a time to use Demon Riot, because I will probably get to keep it for the rest of the quest, just by virtue of this being a hyper monster. No, 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 no! Okay, we got Demon Riot out. That's what matters. If I did not turn around, I would have been hit by that. And there's our mount. Since we already missed 2 of the tails this hunt, I'm just going to go ahead and ignore this one. Just to help the hunt end faster. I mean, especially when this face is soft enough as is, and now it's a hyper part, and hyper parts are even softer. Yes, it's rare for me to deliberately forego a tail cut. But it happens sometimes. Also, nice kill, cat. Didn't use most of the traps I brought. Nah, Outlander, if you were paying attention, you will have noticed that I believe we didn't cut the Crystalbeard Uragon's tail either. When the quest difficulty increases, the likelihood that I go for a tail reduces. Also, multi-monster quests, sometimes it's just hard to get the tails because low HP. Especially when playing solo. Multiplayer, I'm much more likely to go for a tail, because a tail is much more likely to be presented to me. Nice laggy mantle. Apparently everyone wants to talk to me. But Yukumo specifically. Oh, it's the ballooner who wants to talk to me. Or the flight attendant. You got any Yukumo eggs? Yeah, of course not. Wait. I do that Yukumo quest. Or right, it wasn't Yukumo, it was Kokodo. The... Or wait, no, wasn't it Yukumo? I guess it was Kokodo. I'm confused.
Hey, kiddo, you're really burning through quests, huh? It does my craggy old heart good to watch you. But don't expect to rest on your laurels anytime soon. Heroing is a journey, not a destination. Anywho, I got something for you. Here's a gift from Kokodo. You've saved our skins more times than I can count.
Okay, so it was a Kokodo quest that we had just done. I seriously would have expected it to be a Yukumo quest that we had done, considering it was the Gen 3 thing. But whatever, time now for a For You quest. You know what? We're gourmet vouching it just to get me that little smidge of Thunder Res. Because I know what's in this quest. Ah, this is the Yukumo one, because of course, Yukumo is the place that we associate with Monster Hunter 4U. So, we're not going to really want flashes for this quest, so I can ignore sets with those. This set could be worth modifying. Do I have an already modified version? Not really. Well, kind of. Yeah, actually, this one will work pretty well. Not going to need the bombs, though. Because honestly, I'm just not going to use them. And the flashes, we don't need either. But everything else here can see use. Is there something else I could bring that would be handy? Nullberries. Mulberries would be handy. I wish I could say traps, but they are not usable where we are going. And so, they will not be brought. Armor charm. And that's about it. Off we go. What's the Wycademy Secret Council doing giving me a For You quest? I'd get it if it was the Lyceum Secret Council, but the Wycademy one? Nah. This is a For You quest. Oh, right. This is officially a problem. I remember why this quest was so difficult in For You now. I should have brought smoke bombs is what I should have brought. So the monkey is going to go down first. Simply because it's got less health. It's also arguably the more dangerous of the two, but that's a harder argument to make than it should be. Mainly because that Zinogre is going to be crapping out electric damage everywhere. And it's hyper, so it's not going to be a small amount either. I should have brought flashes. I took them out thinking, oh, I can't knock any of these monsters down with flashes. And like, Rajang, we don't want to flash that, because then he's going to use beams all over, and we're not going to know which direction he's launching them until they come out. Like, Rajang is a terrible monster to flash. But when there's two monsters at once, it is very handy to keep at least one of them flashed. I'm going to be very reliant on the safety rock. I should have dodged any direction other than the one that I did. Hey, that was still a health positive interaction right there. Less so now. It's amazing how just instantly stressful it is to come into a quest, see a Rajang, and then notice there's also a Zinogre there. Just instant stress. I was ready for them one at a time. And it's a Furious Rajang too, which, you know, that's a concern. mean, hey, if we keep getting this Rajang to throw rocks at the dog, it'll at least do something. Just trying to find a time to attack these things. That would have been a great time to attack the Rajang, if not for the Zenogre. That's what, 3 times now that I've dodged or not dodged in the exact wrong direction to avoid those? My main problem with those Thunderballs is they've got a curve to them until they've gone just far enough. Which really throws me off, because I'm almost always at, like, the perfect distance for it to actually get me. That they stop curving. I wish their curve was constant, is what I'm trying to get at here. Yeah, Guard, this quest indeed sure is something. It was also something in 4U, but it remains something here. Ow. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just max potion here instead of using 2 megas. I have to save my other max potion for if I cart. Ow. Take another hit, I'm probably stunned. Oh boy, I don't have dung, I don't think. Oh, thanks for freeing me, dog. I can't imagine I'm too far away from getting a knockdown on this monkey. See? So that was from the jump status. Oh hey, we discharged the dog. That'll at least slow things down for a moment. I think Dust of Life is good. Why did the dog's tail have to keep me in the beam? Okay, now's my best chance to sharpen, I think. That dog didn't stay discharged for long, did it? Thank you, Rajang, for shielding me from those thunderballs. Freaking monkey tremor kept me in place for the dog paw. Okay, dog's mad. That's not gonna help. If only the dog just taking that beam straight to the face did significant damage to it. If only. And I'm just currently living in constant fear that my rock of safety is going to break very soon. Rajang down. Okay. Okay. That changes this quest dramatically. Oh. Sneaky carving. Probably not worth it. I mean, I did get a heart out of it, so, like, that's not nothing. Cats, I need you to take the heat off me while I get my other 2 carbs. I mean, healing me up after I get hit for my greed is also nice, but I'd prefer if you could take the heat off me. They are doing a very good job of keeping me healed, though. No! My 3rd carve! I even got to finish my animation, but it was too late. Okay, I gotta find a time to use Demon Riot. And that time is now. Indeed. Hey, Defender made sure that that was... Okay. Defender still made sure that that was HP positive. Well, not anymore. Okay. Uh-oh. Can we stop with all the everything for just a moment? I was right to keep a set that had so many life powders in it. That much is for sure. At least I have lots of access to healing for this quest. Yeah, I'm probably going to want to use energy charge before I get a mount, and he's probably only 1 or 2 mount hits away from it. Ooh, stay right there. So I'm going to ignore this Zenogre's Tail because Zenogre's Tail is a terrible hit zone even when it's a hyper spot. Actually, no, it's a hyper spot. I want to hit the hyper spot. Sure, it'll do less damage than hitting the face, but getting energy charge back and thus keeping Demon Riot is very high value. So you know what, Zenogre? You've convinced me to attack your tail, despite it being a terrible hit zone. I mean, he's probably going to get discharged real soon, right? Nice. Wish the discharge would come with a knockdown like it does in some games. But we can't always get what we want. That ledge tried to get me hurt. Dang, I was really hoping I'd be just out of range there. It's gonna be great when we're out of electric monsters in this quest. Getting stunned left and right. Hitbox on that back block is so big. Hey, he's down. Nice! Got energy charge back. I get to go into Shagmag with Demon Riot active. I'm honestly kind of amazed that I didn't cart. That's a big shag mag, I think. And apparently that explosion's a little bigger than it looks. Of course. Glide at the cat, but turn to get me too. Of course. Not even the rock of safety could protect me there. Well, I may have gotten to keep my Demon Riot going in, but there's no way I'm getting to keep it at this point. I half expect it to actually get exploded by that one. I can say the size of this shag is not helping things. Wow, looks like just being near the shag actually dramatically increases our frenzy buildup. Yeah, look how fast it starts moving when we just get close to shag. We're not even standing in any frenzy, it's just being near him. Not being in a frenzy pool or anything, just being near the shag. Alright. That's every tail in this quest severed. At least every tail that can be severed. You can't sever a Rojang tail. And Furious Rojang's tail comes pre-broken, so there was nothing for us to do with it. All these explosions everywhere are certainly not helping. Between the ones that are just on the floor and the ones that this shag spits out. Just everything's exploding all the time, but that's a shag hunt. That's how they go. I do sincerely appreciate not getting stunned every other attack now. I always kind of ignored Thunderblight as a threat in general. Because, like, you just don't get hit a bunch of times and you're good. But when you're fighting monsters that are very aggressive, it does up the threat level. Dang it. Little too late on the Nullberry. Also, it looked like my frenzy completed while there was still some bar not filled. I don't like that. I should activate Demon Riot before I try for a mount. We're probably really close to it. Hunter's Drink while I'm at it. Just in the hopes that we can get energy charge during the mount knockdown. Of course, it doesn't help when this guy's hanging out above the ledge now. Rude. You know what? I don't have to worry too much about dying anymore. It's just a shag. I'm not going to get 2 carts in this quest at this point. 1 isn't out of the question, but 2, yeah, not gonna happen. Oh, looks like the other horn's broken, but I'm still going for the face because it's softer. Also, hey, I got my energy charge without even getting a mount. I really wish there was something I could have done about that. So many times, like, that Super Pound, its hitbox is enormous. And there's so few places you can go to avoid it. If you see it coming and all you can do is just regular dodge, chances are it's probably gonna hit you. Just because the hitboxes are so huge. And, like, you can dodge towards him, but you'll get hit because the body is a hitbox. You can dodge away from him, but you'll get hit because the hitbox is just that big. You're just out of luck if you see it coming, and all you can do is a regular dodge, pretty much. And there goes the safety rock. It actually lasted a lot longer than I expected it to. We're not going to get that mount I wanted. Or maybe we are. Nope. Well, I'm definitely running out of Demon Riot this time. There it is. So I have a sneaking suspicion my frenzy is going to potentially finish before I can get rid of it at this point. Actually, no. We'll probably be fine. Yeah, there we go. Nice knockdown. This being the final monster in a 3-monster quest, I have a feeling it's probably pretty close to done, considering how broken it is and how I've gotten a mount since getting it. This one. Yeah, see? There we go. Legit surprised that I managed to finish this one without any carts. Mainly just because of what it started with. A Hyper Zenogre and a Furious Rajang together failed to do what a Hyper Laggy alone did. Though admittedly that's because the Hyper Laggy used like the perfect combination of moves to kill me. And I wasn't taking it quite as seriously as I was taking the Furious Rajang and Hyper Zenogre. But still... That was a real quest right there. And it was a little bitty Rajang. Furious Rajang, but they still counted him as just being a Rajang in the monster list in this game. This was before variants got separated out. Okay, so next up, it's gonna be Hyper Diablos, Hyper Seregios, and what third thing? I don't remember. But it doesn't really matter what resistance we get, probably. Actually, fire might have been something. Let's find out what third thing it is. Hyper Devil Joe, okay. So, I wouldn't have been able to get Defender high if I ate for Dragon Res anyway, so... It's fine. It's kind of interesting to think about the fact that this is the only game in the entire franchise. Actually, wait, what map is this on? Arena. Okay, so we can use traps. Yeah, this is the only game in the entire franchise that could actually have all three of these monsters in one quest. Other than For You. Like, this is the most recent game in the franchise that can have all three of these monsters in one quest. And that's kind of interesting to think about. Okay, not going to use the Trinks. Not going to use the barrel bombs. Herbs and blue mushrooms, nah. Cool drinks, nope. So now, let's bring some Dust of Life, some combo books, some life crystals, and some wyvern claws. Is 5 flashes enough? Or rather, are 5 flashes enough? Probably. I don't see anything here worth getting rid of in their favor. Or in the favor of more flashes, that is. Okay, so items are all ready, but before we go on this quest, I need to use the restroom, so I'll be right back. I am back. And Guard, I wholeheartedly agree. I want to see them do that too. Like, every couple generations, just celebrate the entire franchise by giving us way too much content. Bonus points if next time they do it, they also include subspecies. Right, there's a Seregios. Sushi fish can be helpful. Thankfully, nullberries are worthless to me. Now, the real question, are these going to be one at a time, or am I going to have a bad time? At least, thus far, it appears to be one at a time. Seregios and Joe at the same time would kind of suck a lot, so fingers crossed for when Blos is gone. Now, I could flash this Diablos in a moment here, but that would be a waste of a flash considering I'm going to want those for Seregios. Actually, there's an easy way to tell whether or not the other two are going to be together. Alright, no fence switch active means they will probably not be together. There's still a chance that they will be, but it's unlikely. Legit kind of surprised this Diablos hasn't gotten mad yet, but I will happily accept that. And there's the Enrage. And of course it had to move its hyper leg to the other one so that I couldn't just get a bunch of free art charge. Life powder just to help the cats come back. Because keeping them around helps with my health actually quite a bit. Backbreak, interesting. I keep on bracing for this thing to charge after a roar, but it's not a bloodbath Diablos, it's just a regular one. what? Don't mind if I do. Actually, this thing... Well, no, it being not mad right now means it's the perfect time for it to get in this trap. Okay, tail gone. That's one threat shortened. Mad now, though, so no sense trying to whip out my Sonics at this point. I was expecting it to do the diagonal launch rather than pop out and charge. Cats, you were a little slow on those horns. Rip Demon Riot. Is wrong using Dust of Light right now, but stay right there. Thank you. And now for the hardest mount in the game, an enraged Diablos. Admittedly much harder if you don't have earplugs. I got my Demon Riot out. It's about to comment on how the Diablos left rage, but then it enraged again, and then it died. And in just under 1 minute, we'll get the moment of truth and see whether or not Seregios is by itself. I certainly hope it is. Seregios and Deviljho together would be a heck of a thing. Use my energy charge a little early. Go away, Diablos. Thank you. And it is, in fact, by itself. This quest is nowhere near as terrible as it could have been. You know, for being such an agile flyer, it's surprising how much of Seregios' moveset either keeps it on the ground or puts it on the ground. I am out of flashes at this point. But I imagine both of his feet are pretty close to getting knockdown clinches. Or he can just be almost dead. That's also an option. Not gonna get a full energy charge out of this corpse, but a man can try. We're going to lose Demon Riot to this. Should have brought some meats. We are fighting a Devil Joe, and this isn't Monster Hunter World. But then again, it's a Hyper Devil Joe, which means it can't get tired. But then again, it can still eat, right? Oh snap, I get to keep my Demon Riot. Hate this move. But at least it's not a Savage Joe. Bit of a waste using this trap while he's mad, but what we're doing. Yeah, I got a whopping 2 hits out. Really wish I had a Void Extender. Next mount hit should get it. So let's try and piss him off before then. Okay, maybe not. There we go. And we want him pissed off so that Challenger can work. Gonna ignore the tail. Moves around too much. Not as juicy a hit zone as the face. Doesn't help me get my energy charge to keep this Demon Riot. I don't think I'm gonna keep it anyway. Yeah, no, it's dead. Ow. And looks like I've got no tricks left, so this is just a fair and square fight against a pickle for the rest of the hunt. I mean, I could probably try gathering at these gathering spots. Maybe find an easy shock trap in there. but considering I've already used a shock trap on him, it would do hardly anything. I would spend more time exposing myself to risk gathering and putting the trap down than I would safe during the trap's duration. And that's just... that's not a trade I'm willing to make. Might be able to get a second mount, but it's going to take, like, at least 5 more hits, if not 6. At least. Though I haven't gotten the jump status done. So we do still have a knockdown waiting for us from the jump status. And then, of course, there's always the option to just go for the legs. Those can get knockdowns. Yes, please, eat my cat. Be my guest. Okay, left foot has flinched, which means next left foot flinch will be a knockdown, and he was kind enough to make it hyper for us. It wasn't a million miles away. Hey, we got the full burst in. We already got the knockdown from the left foot. Target is now the right foot, which again is very helpfully hyper. Was really hoping I could get a hit in and just have the jump status kick in. That would have been great. Very cinematic. But no, he hit me first. I need to get one more hit before I run out of Demon Riot. That's all. Just one. Okay, I guess, I just needed one more hit in more ways than one. So either that was the final village quest I have to do, or we're going to unlock one more final village quest by having done this. My money's on the latter, because that's, you know, what Monster Hunter games do. But then again, we already got village quests for all 5... yeah, villages, counting the Soratorium. So maybe that already counts as the final village quest, as the final Soratorium one. But we'll see. If there is one more, it will be done. If there isn't, then the stream's over because we're done. But we will see. Also, wow, I didn't even get the second face break. Then again, I was going for the feet a whole lot. And while I carded in this quest, but not the For You one, I will say, of the 5 final village quests we have done, For You one is by far the hardest. Okay, so that was the Yukumo quest. Or no, that was the Berna quest. We just haven't talked to Yukumo after doing the Yukumo quest. You're not going to give me hot spring eggs, are you? Every once in a while, when you finish a quest, there'll be a guy here who will give you a hot spring egg if you sit here. And it's great because it's, you know, it's like a Stera Jerky. It has that effect. And there are so few things in this game that do have that effect, and this is the only repeatable one that's, like, easily repeatable. But it's so rare. That's one thing this game needed, was the ability to buy an Astera Jerky equivalent. You are aware that you have not only helped me, but everyone in the village. You will accept this small token of our appreciation to you. You will find it useful, I'm sure. Oh. You've helped us with so many difficult requests lately and fulfilled them all with ease. Your strength, courage, and kindness are peerless, and we are proud to have played a part in your legend. The village has come together to get something that you will graciously accept as thanks for your hard work. I imagine it's like a Poogie costume. But, yeah, I don't know what these things they're giving me are, and they aren't telling me. Actually, you know what? It might just be an award. Yeah, my switch axe usage has a long way to go before it reaches my longsword usage. Also, wow. How have I done more quests as a prowler than as a switch axe? I guess gathering quests is probably it. Yeah, that sounds about right. Gathering quests. Wait, I've completed all 9 and 10 star village quests. I guess that means I'm done. Okay, none of these things are the thing that I was just told that I got. So, it probably is a Poogie costume. The thermal Yukumo. Yeah. Hunter, I heard all about your exploits. You've completed the most arduous backbreaking of trials. Does your prowess know no bounds? How long do you think it's been since you first came to Berna, I wonder? And now look at you, a first-rate hunter. I couldn't be more proud. On behalf of the village, I'd like you to accept this as a token of our appreciation for everything you've done. Okay, I have to see. Are these Poogie and or Fenny costumes? Fenny, let me target here. Sorry, Moofy. That's right, Fenny is the Japanese name. Okay, it's not a Moofy costume. We go to our house in Yukumo. There should be a Poogie there. Yeah, guard, Longsword was my main for this file. The reason there is less swax is because of that. I only swapped to swax when I was, starting to do the deviant quests. And we were hitting... Oh, didn't mean to pick you up, I'm sorry. Was starting to do the deviant quests and was beginning to feel my rust with Longsword after having picked the game up after like a year. Okay, it's not a Poogie costume either. It's something they gave to me. So it's probably not... Oh, it's... earrings. I see. So, Poke1 gives Cold-Blooded, Artillery from Kokodo, Wind Res from Yukumo, and Wide Range from Berna. Not incredible. Especially not the Poke one, because I believe Cold-Blooded is a skill that you can get with just 5 gem slots. To the sword... Oh, it's only the lab. So, yeah, I guess that means we've got basically nothing, because the guy in the lab is just going to be like, hey, you got a gold crown, have a ticket. So, yeah, that's all high-rank village quests done, and all low-rank village quests done. I haven't done the training quests. Those do get check marks. I guess, technically, I can't say I've got all the check marks yet. But do the training quests really count? I mean, I guess technically they do. But they're certainly not worth doing on stream. And then, just to confirm, yep, that's all check marks there, and 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 all check marks there. So yeah, all standard quests. I have now got check marks. And I have 3 arena quests to get check marks in, though admittedly some of these check marks are not very good, because I soloed them. Can't check my grades from here, though. And then challenge quests. I've got a couple. I'll have to do these at some point, but they're only 2-player, which is kind of disappointing. But eventually. Oh dang, this one looks fun. I'm pretty sure this one was for the Arena Championship they had at one point. Yeah. And actually, I was spectating live when they had that championship in Japan at the Makuhari Messe. Yeah, I was there for these. These 2. Like, this one was the qualifier or whatever, the semifinals, and then this was the finals. And, yeah, I watched the Arena Championship that had this quest in it, and was very impressed to see people clear it as fast as they did. Or wait, no, it wasn't Makuhari Messe, it was Big Sight. Tokyo Big Sight, that's where it was. Makuhari Messe is where, like, Tokyo Game Show is held. It's a much bigger venue. Yeah, at the Tokyo Big Sight is where they had this. I even took some photos there. from all the goodies they had on display and whatnot. And that was where I got to try my first demo of Monster Hunter Double Cross for Nintendo Switch. Because that was where they were actually having a demo for it. I believe I had to win a lottery in order to even be allowed to attend. Like there was a ticket lottery. I got to go there. Gaijin Hunter was there. Yeah, it was an interesting time. I remember while waiting for the arena tournament to start, one of the guys next to me tried asking in his best English if I wanted to hunt. And luckily, I did in fact have a Japanese 3DS with a copy of Monster Hunter Double Cross, so we were in fact able to hunt together. It was a good time. It was fun. But, yeah. That is going to be it for this stream, because I don't have any more village quests to do. Only training quests, and those don't matter. At least not right now. But I will be back on Friday. Maybe for arena quests, maybe not. I don't know. It feels bad to do an open room to do arena quests with only 2 players. So we'll have to see. But either way, thanks folks for dropping by to watch and chat and all of that. And I'll see you on Friday for something. See you then, friends.